What's good, it's Tezz, and
you with Letters TV. Y'all know the deal.
It's my channel. Anyways, y'all go subscribe to him.
I hope you put mine.
I'm gonna put it on there. I already know what you're saying.
Yes, sir.
But let's get into this. It's top 10, something scary. I downloaded it last night.
Y'all gonna see it on the title.
On me.
I think it's like
it's something kind of pictures.
Yeah.
Scary stuff kind of.
top 10.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at 10 photos with creepy backstories. Every day millions of photos are taken, so it's no surprise that sometimes people capture something odd they didn't mean to in photographs. Prepare to be totally stunned by these 10 photos with seriously creepy backstories to them. But before that, be sure to subscribe to my new channel, The Crafty. Anyone who subscribes will be shouted out at the end of the next Top 10s video, so leave a comment saying you did. Coming in at number 10, we have Samurai Ghost. In 2000.
Hold up.
Somebody knocking?
Yeah, don't stop it.
Somebody knocking? Oh, my phone keeps on falling, cuz. Yeah, somebody was knocking.
I'll cut it out.
A man named Martin Springall was on vacation in Japan. He was walking around on a cliff with his young daughter and wife. Eventually, they reached an area where you could get a good view of the coast. So Martin decided to snap a photo of the scenery with his daughter in the foreground. It was all normal, and him and his daughter and wife moved on with their day. However, a little while later, Martin noticed something strange in the photo in between his daughter's legs. In between her legs were a pair of legs dressed in samurai clothing. A pair of black samurai boots could easily be made out. He assumed a man was standing behind her as the photo was being taken, but he just didn't remember it. But his daughter and wife confirmed nobody else was on the cliff that day. And unless the samurai was super short, his body and head should also be behind the girl, right? Martin sent it to a friend, who then posted it on Reddit, and it went viral. After that, many people accused Martin of photoshopping it, but an expert said this photo was unedited. It still remains a mystery, but people are convinced this was the ghost of a samurai. Next up is Helping Hand. One of the most innocent kinds of photos are family photos. They're usually pretty corny, and the only scary thing about them is if they end up in your parents' Facebook for everyone to see. But this family photo is a little different. We see a normal smiling family sitting happily on a swing. Nothing seems untoward, and there's no legs of a samurai ghost anywhere in sight. But there is something very, very wrong with this photo, which is bound to creep you out. Look at the little girl on the far left, and you'll see a mysterious hand around her. You might think this is one of her family members, but look at everyone's hands and arms, and they're in sight.
No, his arm was there.
This is pretty small, but clearly other than the kids in the photo, there are no children in sight. The family say they have no idea who this could be, but it's rumored this was taken near a haunted house, and some say the hand belongs to the ghost of a young girl. Who do you think could be behind this mysterious hand? Next up is The Unexpected Passenger. This is one unsettling photograph which seems normal at a first sight. But the creepy thing about this image was only discovered by the photographer after he took it. The photo was taken by a guy called Roy in Chico, California. He saw an abandoned truck and thought it would make a good image. He snapped it and then moved on with his day. But later, after the image was developed, he saw something bizarre. There was a face in the window of the truck. When the man took the photo, nobody was around, and he even closely inspected the truck and remembers it being empty. The man was actually a police officer, so he took him to the station to have it checked out. It was examined, and they found it.
That took your time when I stayed in the haunted house?
No, I don't think so.
It was like, this guy's 2014. He was over here too.
When you stay over there by Maxwell?
No.
McKinley?
Yeah. I'll tell you the story. Yeah, it's crazy. It's a long story. And we gotta go play basketball.
Yeah, you
It's 100% genuine. The face seems to be of a woman and looks very ghostly. The woman actually looks scared in the image, which makes this all the more unsettling.
Oh, no, don't do that.
Next up is Redbox Exorcist. We all probably use Netflix on our computers or with an app on our cell phones. But believe it or not, Redbox used to be kind of like Netflix, where you would rent a movie from a box and then mail it back. One woman appears to be doing this, and it was caught on a surveillance camera just above the box. Now,
What's wrong
returning
with
movie
you?
may sound mundane, but in this image, the woman's eyes have been rolled back and her head is tilted all the way back too. Now, I don't
Nah.
know what movie she was renting, but if it was The Exorcist, that would make a lot of sense, as she looks like Regan McNeil. I hope there's nothing wrong with her, but the camera was hidden, so she wasn't doing this to mess around. Maybe she just found out she was getting a late fine and freaked out. What do you think could be behind this
Nah,
woman's
you
weird
can't.
photo? Is she really possessed, or is there some kind of bizarre explanation for this? I can just imagine the security guy watching this being terrified. I sure know I would be if I saw somebody doing this on camera.
If they make a lot of money.
Next up is coincidence. This photo is creepy, but instead of a ghost hanging around, it's got a nice explanation. That's right, this mysterious photo has actually been explained. In 1994, Nick Wheeler's mom snapped a photo of him playing on a beach in the UK when he was only 6 years old. The photo was totally normal for 20 years. But in 2014, 20 years after the image was taken, it became creepy. Nick Wheeler married Amy Maiden when he was 26 and she was 25. They were looking through old photos of their wedding when Nick's mom pulled out this.
I heard about this story with I guess his wife, like, you know what I'm talking about? It was like, you'll see.
I thought it was small or something.
Nah, I heard
image
about
and
this
blew
story.
everyone away. The reason why is because in the background of the image was the woman Nick married, Amy. It's crazy to think these guys were playing right next to each other as kids, and then 20 years later they were getting married. When they found out, it made the news. And they returned
Oh,
to have
so
a look
back
at the
there
same
was
beach
his.
the photo was taken
That
at
was
all
his
those
wife.
years ago.
Like when they was kids, they didn't know each
Next
other.
up is Cowboy.
That's weird.
This photo isn't from the Old West. It was actually taken as a promotional campaign for a movie. They wanted to get the mountains of the Arizona desert in the background, but they caught something unexpected in the background as well. If you look over to the right of the man, you'll see a boy in the bushes dressed in cowboy
See,
gear.
I don't
The
get,
photo
like,
was
that don't
actually
even look
taken
that
at an old
scary, though.
cemetery for cowboys, which has led some to say
Who
the
be in
figure in
there
the
just
background is a
wandering
ghost.
around?
This kind of makes some
But who be in
sense,
the
as it's
cemetery
very
like
bright,
that?
but
What
experts say
little
this
boys
could
is
just
gonna
be
be
the old
wandering around the
camera.
cemetery?
At first, the man who took the photo thought it was a rock, but they returned to the same spot and
How
there
would you
was
think it's
no
a
rock.
rock?
Many said this was fake, but experts have looked at the image and the film reel
How do you
and they
think
say
that's
it's
a rock?
totally
That's
real.
clearly a
Is this a
person
real ghost or
with a
spirit
cowboy
caught on
hat on.
camera, or is it something else? I know catching a ghost on camera seems unlikely, but I can't really come up with any other explanations for this.
There ain't no.
Next up, we have the real Annabelle. We all know the seriously creepy haunted doll named
I know you
Annabelle.
don't like
She's
this.
featured in movies such
Oh,
as
look.
The Conjuring and
I'm
Annabelle.
already
But
knowing.
did you know the dolls in those movies
Oh,
are based
see,
on a
I'm
real-life doll?
care about
in
dolls with
1970,
that
a
one,
mother
the
purchased a
Annabelle.
doll for her 4 kids.
That
Just
one
a few
just
weeks
looked
into
creepy.
having the doll, it started to act a little strange. Firstly, it began to glow, but then it began moving and appearing in the kids' dreams. After that, it began moving around the room and grabbing onto the kids' necks. Sometimes it would even grab their arms and legs and pull them out of their beds. The doll was a
Damn.
Raggedy Ann doll, and some said it was haunted. It was taken out of the home after things went too far, and a cross was placed above it in a museum. It was also kept behind glass with a sign saying, "Warning, positively do not open." I couldn't agree with that sign more. But despite this doll being locked away, you can still visit it and take some seriously creepy photographs of it, as many have. Next up
I
is
would.
Faces.
No,
This is
no.
one seriously unexplained
wouldn't
photograph.
open it,
One
though.
girl was taking a regular photo for a MySpace
ain't
profile
nothing
back
in
in
them eyes.
2007.
Nah.
She got her friend to snap the picture quite near to her university campus near a bush. But when she came to upload the photo, she noticed something scary behind her. In the bush were 2 scary smiling faces looking right at the camera.
Oh!
Didn't see them at the time,
Oh.
so she freaked out and called her
Oh,
friend.
you don't
Her
see
friend
it?
who
I
took the
see it,
photo said
but-
she had no memory of seeing anyone in the bush, let alone 2
Oh,
people.
of course
It's
not.
unknown whether these guys are smiling
You
because
know
they're
the
joking
reps.
around or whether they're being sinister and spying on the girl. She was determined to know what was going on, so she put the image on Facebook and asked if the guys went to her university. But despite thousands of people seeing the photo, the 2 men are still unidentified, and the
That
photograph
looked like a
remains
female.
unexplained.
And the
Next
man-
up is something in the ceiling.
They said the 2
This is a
men were
very
on
old
it.
vintage photo, which I guess kind of makes it even creepier. And what's more, this is a family photo, and despite what people think, we all know from before that they can be
It's
scary. This family back in the 1930s took a family photo. It was of a grandmother, a mother, and her 2 sons. They put the camera on a timer and then posed for the photo. They expected to get a nice image back from the photo developer, but this really wasn't the case. It appeared that a body was falling from the ceiling in the
Whoa.
image. The people in the photo claimed there was nobody else there and that nothing odd happened at the time. They investigated their home and even took ceiling boards out to check the roof if somebody or something was up
Something
there.
here looked
But
like
there
lights.
wasn't, and the image still remains unexplained. Some say it was a smudge
Don't
paper
do
and the
it.
image was being processed, but others say this is the spirit of someone who used to live in the home before the family did. Coming up next is Slenderman. We all know the words
never-
can be
Oh, yeah,
one
I
of 2
heard of
things.
this.
I never been scared of this one yet.
On me, I haven't, like, he's gonna probably like, you already seen. Oh, booty too. No, nigga, I just heard of it, my nigga. Or hate, or you. They be all over Facebook. Like, niggas be on my ass.
Hold up, reverse that. What was that?
I got it from Cash. If you watch Cash,
Beautiful
you know.
or scary? And one country known for its creepy
Cash,
woods
that nigga
is
don't
Russia.
watch like
These
that.
students found this out the hard way. They went to what is known as the Lost Forest in Russia. This isn't because the forest is lost, but many people who go in there never find their way out. Because of this, many people use string to find their way back. Anyway, they were walking around near it and exploring when they decided to take a photo of themselves in the woods. They put it on social media, and after a few hours, their friend commented saying, "What's that thing in the background?" At first, they were baffled until they looked behind them in the image and saw a tall figure.
you seen
Some
this
think this
thing?
is an oddly shaped tree stump
Like
in the
the
forest.
picture?
But others say this is
I
a
ain't seen
real-life
it,
version of the Slenderman, which is a popular creepypasta. What do you think this mysterious creature could be?
Yeah, I see
Check
it.
out the poll in the top right corner to vote for the creepiest image. I think it's gotta be the thing in the...
Alright, well, I guess that's the end of the videos. Which one was the creepiest?
Yeah, I think that
The one with the faces in the trees?
nah, it was the Annabelle, that dog.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
one was.
touching niggas in their suits
That's
and shit.
that's. I think that's a crazy story, but I think the creepiest picture was the one with the two faces in the
Oh
trees.
yeah, I would punch that whole ass nigga.
I mean, y'all like subscribe to Lil J TV,
Yes sir.
and we out.